Hello, my name is James Miner with Comworx, and I'm your resident phone guy, and today we're going to be demystifying the cloud a little bit for you. We're going to lift the fog, so to speak, and show you what's inside the cloud. We have a battle in our industry today between premise-based and cloud-based phone systems, and one of the questions I get as a technician is, what's the difference between premise and cloud, James? Just what is the difference between the two? So why do we call it a cloud anyway? Well, the term comes from networking engineers who were making network diagrams, and they needed to show something on their diagrams that were complex, but they didn't necessarily need to be explained in great detail. For example, the internet. The internet is something that's quite complex, and we can represent that here by just drawing a little bit of a cloud, writing the word internet in it. And right there we can connect our network to the rest of the internet. We connect our cell tower to the rest of the internet. And if I wanted to, I could take this cloud out and I could put in all of the routers and switches that the internet companies use in order to deliver you your internet connection. But we don't need to do that, because once you've connected to the internet, you know that it will connect to something else that's connected to the internet. So let's go ahead and draw another cloud down here in the corner. And this is a little more for what we do. This is the PSTN, or the Public Switch Telephone Network. And the Public Switch Telephone Network is your local telephone company or your long-distance telephone company. You connect a series of trunks to the Public Switch Telephone Network from your phone system, and you can call any other number that's attached to the Public Switch Telephone Network. For example, if I made a call from my smartphone here and I called into my office, it would route through a cell tower, the Public Switch Telephone Network, and be delivered into my office. So again, I could remove that cloud and put in a whole bunch of central offices and long-distance carriers, but you don't need to know any of that information in this diagram. So you can see clouds are already reducing complexity. Okay, so question time. What is the big difference between premise-based telephone systems and cloud-based telephone systems? Well, we have a diagram of a premise-based telephone system right here, so we'll give you a brief overview of that. There's a ShoreTel phone on a regular user's desk. They're just going to make and receive calls from their desk. Maybe that's the only thing they need is a telephone on their desk. Right above that is a call center user. They're going to have a phone on their desk, of course, but they're also going to have a web-based application that runs on their PC, so they can connect to the contact center application for ACD calls. This user doesn't have a phone on their desk. They have a PC on their desk. But they can still have an extension if you turn on soft phone features for that user. They run a client application on their PC, plug in a headset, and they're making extension-to-extension calls from their PC. And finally, a mobility user with a smartphone down here. They're going to have an app from the App Store for either iOS or Android that's going to connect to a server in the back office that allows them to make extension calls from an app on the smartphone. This all connects to a local area network here, including the wireless access point, and that goes all the way over to the back office applications and servers. On this side, you have at least one server. That's the control server or headquarters server that runs in your dusty little old closet in the back of your office. But you may have other applications that run on different servers, including the Enhanced Contact Center, which is going to control your call center users up here. You may have a service appliance, which runs a web and audio conference application. And of course, mobility, if you have anyone using the smartphone app, they'll need a mobility server on the back end in order to connect to the phone system. The other appliances, you have your IPBX appliances, which ShoreTel calls ShoreGear or ShoreTel switches. Those are what control all of the telephones on your ShoreTel network. And there are trunk switches down here which connect to the PSTN so that all of your users can make calls to the outside world. Okay, so now that we've described our premise system, what are the key differences? Well, first, let's go ahead and erase just a couple of things here. We'll start with getting rid of the internet. Instead of all of this equipment being in your back office, it's now on the other side of the internet bubble, the internet cloud. Everything behind this cloud is in a data center, and it's in ShoreTel's data center. And that's it. That's the big difference. ShoreTel uses powerful high-capacity servers in a Dallas area data center, which is where all of these users connect to instead of your back office. So this is the perfect solution for any size business that wants to avoid a high fixed cost of voice over IP or VoIP equipment, eliminating bottom line costs. Maybe you can't leverage your IT staff, or you don't even have an IT staff, reducing HR costs for you. All of the core equipment is operating on redundant power and cooling, has massive internet bandwidth and trunking from multiple carriers, providing for lots of redundancy and eliminating downtime. And as far as uptime, if there are any disruptions at the Dallas data center, ShoreTel has a standby data center in Chicago that is about to become online and available. The end result, you no longer have to worry about a huge investment of equipment sitting in a disused and dusty office closet. But the benefits are even greater than this. Any of these employees can take their equipment and work from home if you, their employer, want them to. They just take it, they plug it into their residential internet services, and they can work from home just like they're in your office. Can save you on real estate costs. Have a remote office? Same concept. Divide your ShoreTel equipment and send them to office number 2. Your employees can work from 5 feet away, 5 miles away, or even 5,000 miles away. All you need is a broadband internet connection and you can get to work. But before you get to work, give Comworx a call today and get a ShoreTel Cloud Connect quote tailored for your business needs. So this has been James Miner with Comworx. I'm your resident phone guy. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a great day.